Greetings viewers, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we've got some Subaru news to go over concerning the 2021 Crosstrek. Also going to talk about Sandblast Rally 2020. Just went down yesterday, February 29th. Also a little bit of news that's exciting for me, something to do with the channel, but not really related to anything else. That said, let's go ahead and get into it. So, the 2021 Crosstrek has just been announced that there will be an upgrade in power. Something that Crosstrek owners and buyers have been looking forward to for basically since the introduction of the car. The Crosstrek to date has always ran the 2-liter FB20 engine. I believe when it was originally introduced, it had about 145 horsepower. Subaru revised it a few years ago, and I think it's got 152, give or take now. Still pretty underwhelming for the vehicle. Buyers have been requesting for basically, like I said, since the introduction of the Crosstrek for a turbocharged version or one with more horsepower. Well, so far, Subaru has basically ignored all the buyers' requests for more horsepower until this year. Just announced a few days ago, the 2021 Crosstrek will be getting a 30 horsepower bump to 182 horsepower roundabout. We will be seeing the FB25 from the Outback used in the Crosstrek. I'm not sure yet if they are only offering with the CVT or if you will be able to still get the 6-speed manual with the FB25 option. Still underpowered option. Not sure how it's going to affect fuel economy for the car, but at least they're trying, and they have boosted 30 horsepower, which isn't much to shake a stick at, but still better than where it was. So, Crosstrek owners, Crosstrek potential buyers, if you are to buy a 2021 Crosstrek, will you get the FB25 engine with that extra 30 horsepower? Is that a big deal for you? Is it going to sway you to buy the car now if you were on the fence about it with the 2-liter? Leave in the comments below. Let me know what you think of the FB25 going in the Crosstrek. So, exciting news, not really exciting, still underpowered, but better than it was. So moving on from there, Sandblast Rally 2020 just went down yesterday, February 29th. This is an annual event, has been an annual event since I believe the late 90s, early 2000s. I know there were a couple of sporadic events before that, before it became an annual thing. It's put on by NASA Rally, which is the National Auto Sports Association. It's more of a grassroots organization, gets amateurs and stuff involved in the sport of rally and rally racing, and this is just one stop on their championship series. They have several different locations across the U.S. they go to, and this is one I have went to for about a decade now. Maybe not quite 10 years, but basically the last 10 years I've gone to every event. It takes place in the very small town of Patrick, South Carolina. Well, it's kind of spread out between Patrick, McD, and ends in Sherrall, but basically the middle of nowhere, out in Sand Hills National Forest. The event is pretty interesting if you've never been to a rally event or a rally race. If you're in the South Carolina area, it is a great time to go out and watch. This year it was pretty small, and I've noticed over the last 2 years it's actually decreased in size. Before that it was actually pretty much building and building year after year, but I don't know what the change has been. There were far fewer bikes and cars running this year, so not sure what that was about. And the spectator outturn yesterday was only about half of what I have seen in years before. Other than that, was still a pretty good event. Saw some really cool cars. Of course, a lot of Subarus, which we're here to talk about, and you know, just a whole grouping of other cars. Always interesting to see. They have at least three different categories that I know of. They've got a front-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive, and an all-wheel drive class. So, of course, plenty of Evos and Subarus in the all-wheel drive class. Always some fun and interesting cars in the front and rear-wheel drive class. Front-wheel drive class this year, I believe. As last year, I believe the SRT4 Neon one. I actually did not stay driving to Chirral after the event. I was too tired to see the champagne ceremony and all that good stuff, and the banquet and all the awards given out, which I usually do, but like I said, I was freezing and just too tired this year. But pretty sure that Neon won. There was another Neon in the front wheel drive class. There was an older Ford Escort. I've seen them run a few times. Other than that, kind of drawing a blank on the front wheel drive class. It was pretty small this year. Rear wheel drive class, we had it was not a Z Roadster, it was a BMW Z, the little hatch coupe Z. We had the Mighty Max pickup truck, which is always fun to watch. They've run basically the majority of the last decade worth of events I've been to. What else for rear wheel drive? Wasn't a terribly large amount of rear and front wheel drive cars in the class. Like I said, there wasn't a lot of bikes either. All drive class, of course, was mainly Subaru and Evos. Of course, dominated more by Subaru than Evos. There were, I think, 4 or 5 Evos and maybe 10, 15 Subarus, somewhere in that neighborhood. Like I said, I did not shoot any video, but I did shoot a lot of stills, which I normally do every year. So if you stick around to the end of the video, I'm going to get out of the way, and we're going to have a little slideshow of just some of my favorite shots and, something to check out. Other than that, the last thing I wanted to talk about is something I thought was pretty cool, but not really related to anything other than the channel. If you watch Mechanic Steve, or if any of you know who Mechanic Steve is, he is a viral video making auto repair mechanic. I believe he's in China. I'm not sure. I know he's somewhere in Asia, but his videos get millions of hits, and really popular dude. Can say I like watching his videos too, although I'm really concerned with a lot of his videos in the fact that he is a very hardworking individual, but some of the things I see him doing, he really jeopardizes his health and jeopardizes his well-being and life in some cases. I understand where he's at. You have to do with what you have and make do with what you have. And like I said, there's no doubt he is a hard-working individual, but I just fear for him watching some of these videos. Always afraid that he's going to get hurt, injured, or worse with some of the things I see in the videos. But like I said, nonetheless, super entertaining videos, super entertaining guy. Really nice guy too. He reached out to me actually just 2 days ago on Instagram and asked if he could share one of my videos. And he has shared it. If you're on Facebook and go to Mechanic Steve on Facebook, you can see it's my Easy 30D time and chain video. Basically my most popular video to date. Passed, I think, 1.2 million views last I checked. It was one of my first Subaru repair video uploads. It's been up at least 4 or 5 years, I think, at this point. But, he sped the video up, add a little bit of music, just to make it a little bit shorter of a view, because I think it's like a 30-minute video. I think he chopped it down to 14, but hey, it's, we agreed for him to share it, and it'll help drive traffic to my channel, hopefully, and help grow things here. He also, a lot of you I'm sure watch Subaru Performance. I'm a big fan of Subaru Performance as well. He shared one of his videos as well. I touched base on Instagram with Subaru Performance as well. Asked if, hey, did he ask your permission first? He said, yep, all good there. So just an interesting little thing. I was pretty surprised that Mechanic Steve would actually reach out to me. I thought at first it was some spam or fake account, but it turned out to be the genuine article. So something pretty exciting. So yeah, that's today's video. I know it wasn't a repair video and it wasn't really on any particular subject. We were kind of all over the place talking about the new Crosstrek, talking about Sandblast Rally, and Mechanic Steve. So with that said, hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and stick around because the slideshow is about to begin. If you care to see some of my photography from Sandblast Rally, go gentle on me. It's been about a year since I've done any motorsports photography. I used to be more involved in motorsports photography before I was on YouTube, and basically up until a couple years ago, I shot Formula Drift events, Pro-Am Series drift events, I did a couple of articles and pictures for Super Street Magazine a couple years back and a few other things of that nature. But up until yesterday, shooting Sandblast Rally 2020, I don't think I'd actually shot any motorsport event since Sandblast Rally 2019, which was a year ago. So not the best pictures, a little rusty. Really need to get back into shooting more. But that said, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed and hope you enjoy my pictures. I'll see y'all next time.